Hello everyone and welcome to this Meet the Speaker video. I'm here today with Liam.
Liam. You can call me Liam. I've been called worse. Liam works. Liam, Mail. Or actually you could do it backwards and call me Mail.
I don't want to lie that much.
Nice, thank you.
Okay, let me start.
You should keep that.
As a Romanian, it's really hard to say Liam. I don't know.
No, it is. Yeah. The way of doing it is imagine you're saying William.
Like only Liam.
And then it's the Liam at the end. Yes, that's right.
Hello everyone and welcome to this Meet the Speaker video. I'm here today with Liam Cleary. How are you doing, Liam?
I'm doing well. You?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Good.
Just before we start, can you do a quick introduction of yourself?
Yes, Liam Cleary, originally from the UK. I live in Virginia now, have done for the past 9+ years or so. Working in IT for, I think, way too long now. I always know it's too long when you start having dreams about the things that you've been doing each day, and they're not pleasant either.
I was going to say that's called passion, but no.
No, it's not. It's not called passion.
Anymore.
No. And I've been working with SharePoint for a long time. Outside of all my work stuff, I like to run.
Nice. And you're really known as one of the hackers, let's say, in the community, or more focused on the security side, let's say. What were you doing before you got into SharePoint? Was it all security related or?
Okay. It was kind of a mix. I originally started life as a trainer.
Okay.
And so I would go and teach the classes in classroom. I remember teaching the very first What is the Internet course many years ago when no one actually knew what that was, and it was just a weird place to go. There was nothing there. And then of course, once I'd done training for a while, I actually moved into internal development.
Okay.
I did software development for a while. I was actually called an internet developer. That was my job title.
But what year was that in, just so I can get
That would have been 98.
Okay.
I was an internet developer in 98. And it was really strange because there wasn't really an internet to develop for, but I was an internet developer. And then actually part of my job at that was I was also internal support. So I did 24-hour support, Exchange, Active Directory, Windows NT, Novell NetWare, all that kind of fun stuff. That's where I originally came from, was infrastructure side. And part of my role after a while is I moved into a secure group where we looked after some of the networks for hospitals and things like that. And that's where the security piece came from. So then I focused heavily on the security controls and the software that was available. So it's always stuck with me. Even when I made the decision to jump into the full-blown consulting life where we did everything from SharePoint all the way through. So SharePoint's a bit of a weird one. I didn't choose SharePoint.
SharePoint chose you?
I don't know if it chose me. I think it was forced upon me. So weirdly, I joined the consulting group. So I was working for British Telecom as part of the consulting group. And they came to me and said, Microsoft needs someone on site with them in the UK to help them build a solution for DoD on SharePoint. And I said, I don't know what you're talking about. And they said, well, here's the help guide that Microsoft have created, because SharePoint didn't really exist at that point. Go and study it, and then they expect you on site on Monday, and you'll be the expert. And that was how it began. I literally stayed up all weekend, read this old CHM file full of stuff, and turned up, and I was the expert in SharePoint.
Wow. Was the project a success?
It was. It was actually, weirdly, I worked with a company called Meridio, who don't exist now, and K2 weren't really a company, and they didn't really have a product. They just had a bunch of DLLs that they would ship us, and a batch file, and you would just copy them to where they had to go, and that was K2.
Wow.
It was fantastic.
So you've been working with SharePoint for 15 years now almost.
Yeah, I worked with it pre-2001 version. It was the first time I worked with it.
Almost 20 years
Almost 20 years now. And then obviously my big work was for the DoD, which was SharePoint 2003 that hadn't come out yet. And I was working with nightly builds from Redmond that were being shipped to us overnight. And then we were working with those builds.
Wow.
Which was phenomenal.
I bet you had a bunch of fun nights.
There were long nights,
debugging.
long nights trying to figure out what it was that it was doing. You know, like here's the batch file, here's a bunch of DLLs, just run it and it'll work. Okay, let's go with it. But it was great. I mean, there was no installer, there was no nothing. That's how we used to put SharePoint together.
Wow. And 20 years later, what still keeps you excited? to work with SharePoint? Because 20
I see
years
you changed the
would
sentence. You said, what keeps you excited to work with SharePoint? SharePoint pays my bills, no?
That's always a valid answer.
That's right. No, I mean, working with SharePoint is great. I like how it's grown from what it was. Originally, I always said in the past, SharePoint did exactly what it said on the tin, which was you manage documents, that's it. But it's been interesting to see it grow, and I enjoy working with it just because you can do lots and lots of things with it. And so not one solution fits everything. So that's what's nice, because you go and speak to a client and they'll say, I want it to do this. And then you're like, oh, that's new. I've not done that before. And so you come up with a new solution, and then you go somewhere else and it's something different. And as much as we all think we all do the same, we kind of do, but not really.
Yeah.
And so that's what's exciting. I like how it's grown to the cloud. That's exciting. And so I'm still passionate about SharePoint, but I'm still way more passionate about hacking and security.
Okay. How did you get started speaking at events? Because I see you all over the place.
Yes. So my very first speaking event, I'll do a shout out to Neil from Microsoft, Neil Hodgkinson.
Yeah.
He was running the user group in Manchester in the UK, and I came and did my very first presentation at a user group, and it was public-facing websites in SharePoint 2007 that actually hadn't been officially released yet.
Okay.
And I gave a session in Manchester. There was probably 8 people there, and I'd driven an hour and a half to get there. And it was fantastic, and we had pizza, and we drank soda. Like it was great. That was my first presentation, and then it kind of went from there, because I actually realized that I enjoyed speaking to people, and what I really enjoyed was just sharing information that I'd already known, because I felt like I'd been in the trenches, that I'd been down in those deep, dark abysses of SharePoint life, and that I could offer something back to somebody else.
Awesome. And talking about Vegas, you're going to be with me in Vegas.
Yes.
In a few months. What are you excited for?
I'm excited to speak, obviously. I'm doing a new session that I've never done before, which is all about application security in Office 365.
Okay.
So it's obviously security related, but it's more focused on the different kinds of applications that are available and how you secure every endpoint. So I'm excited to do that. But I'm also excited to see what Microsoft brings to the table, because this is obviously their big show. Yeah. They come out, bring all the boys out and the girls out to go, hey, look what we've done. And so it's going to be exciting to see that. So I'm quite excited to see what they bring to the table that's new, that we don't know about, and what can help everybody.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for your time, Liam. And looking forward to see you in every month, I think.
Yes, indeed. Probably every month
SPC.
Until SPC, that's right. Yep, that's right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.